that's supposed to have stopped. What the world's going on there? That's supposed to have stopped. Oh, I know what that is. Whoops, it might help if I actually close off the YouTube page. That's why that kept going. Right, confused me totally. Hi, Jaya, welcome, welcome. Okay, so just give us a minute to sort of start. I've just changed my cloth. Okay, so now new decks this week that I'm sort of looking, I've got is the Tea Leaf Fortune cards, which are quite cool for a variety of topics and subjects. Now, I'm also diving into the Visionary I Ching cards. Now, if we're looking at Visionary, if we're looking at the I Ching cards, it's all about topics and subjects and about moving forward on your journey. And not repeating old questions or anything like that. It really is about looking at topics and subjects that will enable us to actually move forward and know that we've actually done all the work that we need to do to move forward. So what I'm going to do is, those are there if you want a reading with those, are available as well. Not that I'm going to use them at the moment, but they are there if you want something in a topic, not a specific question about, you know, how can I improve my journey? How can I achieve what I want to achieve? What do I need to do to improve? All those things are really important when we're thinking about our questions here. So how can we be empowered on our journey? How, what, why? How can we improve? How can we achieve? Etc. How can we achieve good grades, etc. So we know that, JA, I feel like I've repeated this question before. You know you're going to get good grades as long as you've done all the work. Straight away. It's always usually about doing the effort. And the cards are not going to give you a yes, you'll do good grades. It's more about, because remember, we're only doing a 2-card spread, so we're not really getting a lot of information. Hi, Lynxia. Yes, you can be added for sure. Okay, Jaya, will you get good grades? It's all about, have you done the work, really? So basically, Queen of Poles, it's all about your passion, your drive, your motivation, your creativity. So really, it's about achieving your it's about having that passion to achieve the results that you actually want. It's all about having the transformation, the changes that you actually want to achieve. So it's being able to do, making sure that you've got the motivation and the drive, the commitment to achieve good grades, JR. It's all about that commitment. It's all about that passion, that drive, that motivation to achieve it. And then you've got this transformation, the changes. So it's all about if you put in the effort, you will achieve good results. So it's all about the effort that you put in that's going to allow you to achieve the results that you desire. So will you have good grades? Yeah, if you do the work. If you work really hard and you commit to what you want. It's all about that transformation. It's all about the changes and things coming in to play. So, yep, you can be added. Just need a question. Hi, Effie. How are you? So, just need questions, please. Now, I do want to talk about tea leaf fortune cards that arrived in. And, of course, the visionary I Ching. Now, if you want a I Ching reading, I can do with 2 cards. But it's really important that it's not a particular question, but more about... Yes, Effie, I made you a moderator if you want to. It's all about the topic. It's all about it's not a specific question. It's all about how can I improve? What do I need to do? It's all about using those how, what questions. How, what, and why. Thanks, Effie. I really appreciate it. So, yeah. So, those are there for, depending on your question you ask. It cannot be a will question. It cannot be a question that starts with will or should or could, or it has to start with how, what, and why. Okay, has to be a question that asks that you can improve, how to improve your journey. What do you need to do to achieve your results? Those what the I Ching cards are best used for. So if you want a reading with those, please let me know. I will do a reading with you because I want to practice with those. And I've got the tea leaf fortune cards now. I have used them before, but I have got them as well, and they're great for readings as well if you want to. So if you want to get a really good question out of them, they're best to be used with how, what, why. Because what a will question is it gives you a yes and no answer. A will question will only give you a yes and no answer. So when you say, will my mum allow me to go face-to-face classes, it's only going to be a yes and no, and they're best done with either tarot, Lenormand, or a Kipper, or Sibylla. If you want something a little bit more empowering questions, yes, tea leaf fortune cards and the visionary I Ching can be great as well. So if you're going to just do yes and no questions, then they're going to be tarot, of course. So I'm just going to use the labyrinth. I'm just using labyrinth at the moment. What is my mum's opinion of me going to school in person? Oh, that's a good. That's still a tarot one. So what is my mum's opinion of me going to school in person? That's a good one. That's a good one. Right. Okay. Sorry, I just want you guys to get the best out of your question. It's not about me. It's about you. It's about you getting the best out of your question. You really want to get the best out of the reading that I'm doing for you. You really want to achieve the results that you want. So it's all about you. It's all about getting the best out of me. You have to get the best out of me, and the best to get out of me is by using those empowering questions. Yeah, definitely, Effie, agree with that. So yeah, so it's just getting the best out of the tarot reading. I can do yes and no, but they don't really give you anything. It doesn't really allow you to move forward in a more positive energy. So we want you to get the best out of it. So you want to know what your mum's opinion of you is, of you going to school in person instead of homeschooling. So what's your mum's opinion? Okay, so the High Priestess feels like, well, the High Priestess does talk about knowledge of the past. So maybe it's going to allow you to have that knowledge that you need, your experiences of the past, your knowledge of the past. And then you've got the Four of Pots is maybe allowing you to see the bigger picture, allowing you to experience, I want to say, not, maybe you're dissatisfied with life and things right now, so your mum sees you as being dissatisfied. So maybe going to school is allowing you to go and see the bigger picture. You're going to gain knowledge and see the bigger picture in life. maybe able to look at the things that are offered to you in a better way. Okay, so I do feel as though your mum's going to see you like maybe gaining some knowledge, which is really important, and allowing you to actually see the bigger picture in things. That helps. Cool. Brilliant. Okay. I do want to talk a little bit about the I Ching cards, because I've just sort of started exploring them, so I want to get into them a little bit more. Is when you do 2 cards with the I Ching, just explain a little bit about the I Ching. So if I choose 2 cards, so I'm just going to choose 2 cards. So the first one is Small Influences, number 9, Wind Above, Sky Below. Now I'm just looking at the lines, the hexagram. And the next one is Treading Carefully. Oh, that's interesting. So what's the changing line here? 1, 2, 3. 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are the changing lines. I didn't realize they were 9 and 10. That's okay. Changing lines. So changing lines are 3 and 4. So what you do is in the present card, which is number 10. So present card in number 10, I'm only going to read lines 3 and 4. When people with poor vision tread among sleeping tigers, they meet with disaster. Do not try to go beyond your capacity at this time. You will create problems if you think your power is greater than it is. If you believe you can overcome all obstacles by aggressive effort alone, misfortune is highly likely. To plunge recklessly ahead would be to risk great failure. Even if you think you're on the right, do not overestimate your strength. Keep your ambitions in check for the time being. When you're certain of your ultimate success, even stomping on your tiger's tail doesn't matter. The most important thing is to take action when conditions are favorable. Even so, great caution and consideration should be taken beforehand so that the outcome is clear before you make your move. Okay, so that's line 3 and 4. They're the changing lines. So in the future card, you read the whole thing, which is Small Influences. A gentle wind gathers clouds, but still there is no rain. Softer influences predominate as the power of smaller forces accumulate, making this time for smooth and friendly persuasion. The ebb and flow of events are like waves in the sea, and there are periods of low tide. At present, more sweeping actions are impossible or inappropriate, but small matters ultimately lead to bigger and better things when attended to with success. When the tide is rolling in, by all means ride the waves. When they are receding like they are now, however, focus on the little things. When you cannot do much to affect large matters, persuasion and subtle influence prepare the way for stronger moves in the future. Use your intuition to chart your long-term course, but avoid bold actions. They are unlikely to work. This is a better time to refine existing abilities or develop newer talents. Gentleness is the key word here regarding whatever is on your mind right now. Gentleness combined with determination is likely to generate more progress than brute force ever could. So that's how you do it. Oh, Effie, when you do a reading with the I Ching, you only read the changing, the ones that are different between the two. You only get when you do two readings like this, get confused with the 6 lines. Okay, so there's 6 lines, and when you do a hexagram, there's 6 lines, and what you do is you roll. You normally would cast the coins, of course, if you're doing it with the coins, and so you would get, like, for example, with your heads and tails. So whether you get 3 heads, 3 tails, whether you get 2 heads and 1 tail or 1 head and 2 tails, is the lines. And so, but with the cards, which make it easy, you don't have to worry about that because you're just choosing the cards. You don't have to worry about the, so to speak. But what you're doing is you're looking at the 2 cards and you're seeing which lines actually change, which 2 lines are actually different. So if I can actually show you the images here. So if I show you the difference between 8 and 9, 9 and 10. So number 10, that's this one here. So you can see the lines here. So look at number 3 and number 4 here. So you can see the difference there in number 3. So you can see line number 3 is different here. Okay. But what you're doing is the difference between this one as well, because you see the 3rd line here is straight across and the 4th line is split. So number 3 and 4 of number 10 is the changing lines compared to number 9. So, and with number 10 being the first card, you just read lines 3 and 4 because they're different than the number 9. Does that make it a little bit easier? I know I'm doing a bit of a thing on my YouTube. I'm doing a bit of a clearer thing on my YouTube channel to explain it a bit more. But I just wanted to share that with you today. With the I Ching, just to sort of sharing that little bit of info. So yeah, it is the artwork stunning. So this is going to take me a little bit of time to practice and learn the cards and look at the imagery. It's just stunning. And the hexagrams are separated, like there's wind and sky and lake and earth and mountain. And that's how you make your hexagrams with the 2 trigrams. There's quite a bit into it. So I'm going to do a big thing on my YouTube channel and go through it a bit more. I don't know if you've seen I don't know if I've done the video yet. I don't know if it's been released. I have done it, but whether it's been scheduled to be released, I can't remember what date I put on it. So that's quite cool. Now, tea leaf fortune cards. It's a big bag I shouldn't want to use. So I don't know if anyone's seen the tea leaf fortune cards. As I don't know if no one wants a reading just yet, so I'm just going through and doing this. Okay, tea leaf fortune cards are basically 200 cards. Now you've got these cards here that have like symbols, on them, and got a description with a title and a whole lot of words underneath, some keywords underneath, which is really cool. Now, what I love about the tea leaf fortune cards is they actually have in the astral houses. I've only got 6 of them though instead of the 12, but it just gives you an idea. You've got career, marriage, happiness, love, and wealth. So you've got a topic basically that you can follow, that you can get a bit more information. Oh yeah, I know that feeling, Effie, trying to catch up on everyone's videos on that. There's a lot of them. So let me just get rid of this. Yeah. Okay, so with the tea leaf fortune cards, you've got these topics basically. So you can choose a topic that you want to cover, which is really cool. Now, what I also love is you can also focus on the months. So you can do a whole year, you can do 6 months, 3 months, depending on whatever you want to do, which is quite cool. So you can focus on the months, which is quite neat. Hi, Blueberry. Yeah, I haven't. The list is free. I haven't done. Haven't nobody's thing. So yep, you can have a reading. So the tea leaf fortune cards are another option, and there's so many ways to use so many different spreads that you can. Oh, didn't mean to drop the cards. Thank goodness it went in the pocket there, so they didn't fall. Oh yes, one did fall down there. I do not want that to fall down. So yeah. So tea leaf fortune cards are a great way to get a little bit of insight into many questions as well. It's another option if you don't want a tarot reading. If you want something a bit different, I'm happy to do the tea leaf reading cards as well. I have used them before. I actually got given a set as a gift, but unfortunately in that box it disappeared. That was one of the things that disappeared. So I can either look at the month or I can look at a particular topic, which is really cool. So that's another option for readings as well. I just wanted to share some of the new decks that I've got in that have arrived. I sort of can't wait to sort of really dive into in a deeper way. So for me this morning it was my emergency bathroom empty. That's what happens when you live tiny. There's some jobs that just have to be done. Okay. Your turn, Blueberry. What's your question? I'm just mucking around. I was just showing some decks. And your turn, Blueberry. Just what question do you want to do? I was using the Labyrinth Tarot, but what's coming up for you? Okay. Good one. Let's do. Okay, so what was I looking for? Oh, do the supernatural. No, I'm not. Get told to stop. Okay, what's coming up for you? Okay, Tareem, what's coming up for you? Whew, some plans and ideas. It feels like you're rushing into something important. You're rushing into something important, and it could be weighing you down quite heavily. It's interesting here because it feels like that you're going into battle or that you're diving into something new, and then you might need to plan and strategize so that you can achieve what you need to achieve. Okay, strategizing and making some plans could be really, really important, and it could be weighing you down quite a lot. You might be feeling quite heavy. You might need to have a commitment to complete it, feeling like you need to make sure that you've got that commitment to achieve, to feel complete with what you want to achieve, which is really, really important for you. So I do feel like you're rushing. You could be rushing into something. So make sure that you've got your plans and strategies all in place, because I do feel it's going to sort of weigh you down a little bit. It's going to feel quite heavy in some way. So it's about really having that commitment to be able to move through it, to push through it, which is quite important for you. Okay, so I do feel as though you're going to be moving into something that you could think of it as being a bit of a battle. It's something that you have to push through, but you will, I do feel like that with plans and strategies And with determination, I do feel like you'll push through the challenges that you come across. Hi, Lovity. Yep, your question. Wow, we're moving quite quick here. So. How does Ricky view you? Okay. You're welcome, Blueberry. Okay, you are pushing through difficult times. Okay. Okay, interesting. Here we get the sense of maybe not maybe trying to decide whether you're focusing on the positive aspects. There's some things in life that you can control, some things that you cannot. I'm sort of getting a sense here of okay, I'm getting a message that this is like for you. Not about how Ricky views you. It's like you cannot control how others see, you cannot control how others see you, but how you see yourself. So it's like saying, be the best you can possibly be here. It's about you taking some time out for you. I'm actually getting this thing about it doesn't matter how others see you. There are some things in life you cannot control and some things you do. Okay, so Lovity, I'm getting the sense of you needing to start to focus on what you can do instead of what you cannot control. Okay, so like you need to sort of I'm getting the sense of you taking care of yourself. You taking some time out for you could be really, really important. This is called Rider Tarot deck. It's a yeah, it's they're just not giving me any clarity with it. Okay, they're just not giving me the clarity of how he views you. Like it doesn't really affect you. I don't know why. It just says about you taking time out for you. They're just not giving me the clarity and that. They're just not giving me the answers. Sometimes the universe just won't give us what we want, but maybe what we need. Okay? Sometimes the cards like this, they don't always answer us the way we want them to be answered. So you've got the Five of Cups here. Five of Cups is all about what you can and cannot control. All about focus. What are you focusing on? What's important? And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which to me is all about a material gain. Can be about taking some time out for you, having a little bit of luxury, a little bit of self-pampering, that sort of energy. So it's all about gaining whatever you're focusing on. So yeah. Yes, Effie. Agree. Yeah. Sometimes it can be an underlining issue that we don't realize that's going on. Could be definitely because you got the Cups, which is an emotional aspect as well. Yeah, so it's definitely emotional energy that we might need to focus on, which might be more important. Maybe you need to focus on your emotional needs. Sometimes it's something that we may not quite see. It could be hidden from view, that we need to work on. Something that could be hidden that needs to be worked on. Yeah. yes, sometimes the messages that come through can be quite not what we expect. Okay. Right. So what I might do is with the tea leaf cards. Yeah. Let's do, without looking at topics or anything, let's just do, oh, oh, what I might do is this. Okay, let's do pick a pile. Okay, choose a number 1, 2, or 3, of course. One, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh. One, 2, 3. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oops. Okay. Okay, Effie, you've picked pile 2. Okay, one in the middle. Let's have a look. What have you got? Okay, Knight of Fire. So you got things moving quite quickly. There's that drive, that motivation. And it could be in regard to choices that need to be made. It could be in regard to a relationship. Maybe you've got someone who's quite passionate, who's quite youthful energy in a way, but not super youthful, but sort of not old either. Sort of young energy, if you like, but not youthful, more young energy. And that sense of relationship and choices that need to be made. Now we get this sense of being protected by a powerful friend. So there could be a friend who's very protective of you. And it sort of gives you strength and fortitude to sort of move forward without backing down from whatever's going on for you. Because it does feel as though maybe that a wish may not, things may not turn out exactly as you expect them to be. Things might not be exactly as you want. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be good, but it just means that it's not going to be exactly as you want it to be. Okay? So that's really important there. Now, your herbal tea is mango, raspberry, and ginger tea. So boil 1 quart of water in a pot and add 4 tea bags. You can use English breakfast, but you can use any of your favorite black teas. Cool for 10 minutes, then add 1 cup of mango juice, a spoon of honey, Stir, add chopped mango and chill for an hour. Pour over iced filled glasses and add raspberries to serve. And it's very cleansing and it's quite spicy. Mango, raspberry and ginger tea. So yeah, that's number 2. Okay, number 1 is definitely feels like there is a connection on some level, because it's all about taking back that power that somebody maybe you felt like somebody's taken something from you. Now we've got a birth here, or a conception of a child, or an enterprise. It could be, and it's interesting because we have the stork as well. So it does feel like there could be a birth of a child, with the connection of a child, with a connection with somebody else, and the sense of taking back your own power. Maybe something you felt's been taken from you, so something's returning. So it could be a birth. So maybe there's a new child between you, and it does come with an agreement. And a meeting with a meeting. So maybe someone new comes into your life and that you have a child, which is interesting. Then the next one, so your tea is peach, ginger, and green tea. So pour 4 cups of water, pour into a jug with 2 green tea bags, add a tablespoon of grated ginger, steep for 20 minutes, peel and puree 2 peaches and add tea to mix. Add honey. If you need more sweetness, pour over iced filled glasses, and that's soothing. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is, oh, does feel like something's ending. Does feel like something's ending. Okay, something's finished. But it's all about having faith in the situation, being able to sort of look at what you've been learning, what you've developed, and know that things, so even though things might feel like things are ending, it does give you good possibilities, good fortune coming into it with guaranteed success. Even though you might have felt dissatisfied with life, it does feel like everything's going to be a-okay with it all. And your herbal tea is rosehip and lemon tea with mixed dried lemon rind and a handful of crushed rose hips together. Steep in boiling water for 10 minutes, and that's really soothing to the soul. So there, so you can choose 1, 2, or 3 in that case, and those are the messages. And now we're going to do Sacred Beauty's question. So let's do Sacred Beauty's question. I like to do these little bits and pieces in between the readings. It sort of gives us something a bit different. Look at different, how I'll use different cards together. So this combination is the Coffee Tarot with the Tea Leaf Fortune cards and the Divine Tea Time Inspiration cards, which I like to sort of add. It gives you that little bit of extra with the herbal teas that you could use in the situation to help with whatever's going on. So yeah, so hopefully that gave you the questions, the answers that you need for that. So we just want Sacred Beauty's question now to do her reading. So what advice do your angels have for you right now? Ooh, interesting. Okay, let me just clean up my space so that I can actually move, because if I don't clean up where I am with living tiny, living in a caravan, for those that know, I can't move. So don't forget, if you wish to donate, you can get more information. Don't forget to check the description down below. If you go through my Ko-Fi, you will get extra content. There are free downloads, previews to videos. There's so much more if you download. So, angels, let me do angel reading. What advice do your angels have? Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to drop that. Do not want to break my box with my tarot deck, for my tarot deck. This was a gift, so I do not want to lose that. So, Sacred Beauty, what advice do your angels have for you? So let's have a look. Doing the angel cards by Radley Valentine. So let's have a look. What two cards? Nice deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And let's ask for the angels for advice. Now, I do need to mix these up because I've been doing some tarot study videos using the angel tarot. For those that have been following me on YouTube, I've been doing some learning tarot, and I've been using the angel cards with the Smith-Waite tarot as well. So just for learning, just for developing, just those first few major arcana, and we're just waiting for the fire cards, which is the wands, of course, for the next video. So they're all scheduled in. I've scheduled all my videos until the end of the month. So they're all ready to go. So every day there's new videos out on different topics, different subjects, different decks. So lots and lots of information depending on what interests you. So what advice do angels have for you? Let's have a look. Okay, so what message? Angels, what message do you have for Sacred Beauty? Let's have a look. Oh, first card is Six of Air. Six of Air tells us that you're going to move, that you're moving into smoother waters. Things are starting to look up. Things are starting to look a little bit more positive. Does feel like a difficult situation is going on. Maybe you're going to take some sort of trip into thing. And now we have the Knight of Air. So the Knight of Air is about things are happening at a great speed. Things might be happening quite quickly for you, that it could be really important for you to review all your options that are available to you. And maybe you need to find some sort of solution to what's going on. Maybe you need to strategize and plan to make sure that you have that sense of where you want to be and what you want to achieve. So the angels are sort of saying that things are going to happen quite quickly for you. Make sure that you plan and strategize where you want to actually be. Things are going to happen very, very quickly, and you are moving forward. So it's interesting that you've got these two cards that talk about shift, talk about moving. So it does feel like there's a lot of stuff happening for you. You are going to be moving forward. I do get a sense about trusting your intuition, using your intuition. Maybe there's going to be a shift more in your intuition or how you use it, in your clairvoyance. I'm getting a lot of clairvoyant sort of energy about you. So I'm getting a sense of you opening up to maybe there's a new shift, like you're shifting. I don't know if you know much about the dimensional energy, shifting into that more, seeing things from a more fifth and sixth dimension. So you're starting to see things in a new way, maybe being more aware of things, being more perceptive in your environment. So I do feel like you're moving into new possibilities. There's so much more. I'm getting that there's a lot more movement for you, but I'm getting a lot about it not being an actual physical trip, but a very spiritual energy about it. That it definitely feels like you're opening up to seeing things from a new perspective, like you're raising your dimensional energy. Just take a minute, Sacred Beauty, to actually just take a breath for a minute. Take a breath and just want you to listen. I one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a nice deep breath, Sacred Beauty, and feel the energy from the angels as they raise your vibration to receive all that you need to receive at this time. Open yourself up. I Yeah, a lot of yellow in regards to your solar plexus, about opening yourself up, trusting in your gut instinct and how you digest your experiences. So how are you feeling, Sacred Beauty? Oops, I didn't mean to leave that message on there, the banner. So yeah, how do you feel with that energy, with that shift, with that feeling? Cool. Right, Mary's question. Your headache's gone? That's why we had to do the Aya. Now, Aya is actually was given to me with a meditation that I did a long time ago, many years ago. And with the Aya healing, it's actually, I didn't know what it was. And so I did some Google researching, and I found out it's actually an Asian stress release, which actually allows the stress or anything that's within the body to be shifted. So it was given to me with a meditation, and I use it quite a lot with my clients when I was doing, before I would have a reading with them, or that I would do a quick 10-minute session just to release that tension. So, wow, that's amazing. That's really good. I'm pleased that helped and maybe release that tension, that headache that you had. So, so when you're feeling stressed, or you're feeling a bit uptight, Aya is really good. AIYAH. And I had no idea what it meant until I Googled it. But it was given to me in a meditation before I even knew what it was. So pleased. Right, Mary, you're next. Just a nice pace today. I'm actually quite enjoying this pace. It's actually quite lovely. Oh, you guys are great. Just enjoying, just sort of feel very relaxed. I got up this morning, did a couple of little jobs that I had to do with being tiny living off grid. Just there are some jobs that need to be done, so it's quite nice to sort of enjoy some of the different decks that I have, just enjoying some of the different energies. I am feeling very thorough today. I am feeling like I'm getting quite in depth today, and it's quite lovely. Thanks, Effie. Really appreciate that. So, I've got Mary's question coming up, and I'm very drawn to the magical Nordic tarot. I love Jane Wallace's decks. Now, the reason why I like Jane Wallace's deck is not just the artwork and the themes of the deck, is that they do give you keywords. So they're great for anybody who is starting out with tarot, who wants to learn tarot. She has a wide range of topics as well, which is quite cool, which I absolutely adore. There's crystals, there's ocean, there's an angel one I want, and there's a goddess one that I really like, which I want to get at some stage, but there's a couple of other decks that I want to get first before that one. But I do love Jane Wallace's. This is the magical Nordic tarot, which I love using. So yes, all the donations go back into the channel, of course. Now, if you go through my Ko-Fi, if you actually go through Ko-Fi, the Ko-Fi link, you will get exclusive content. Now, if you go through my Ko-Fi and you support me through Ko-Fi, you will get previews to videos, you will get exclusive downloads, you get exclusive readings. Now, there's a membership, which is $1 a month. Now, if you take advantage of that $1 a month, that's all it is, $1 a month, you get so much exclusive content, which is really, really cool. So that's the advantage of being in Ko-Fi. You get lots of exclusive readings, you get exclusive videos, you get exclusive readings, you get exclusive posts, all sorts of things that are exclusive for $1 a month. You can do $3 a month. That's the difference. And with the $3 a month, you get a free reading every month as well, with a deck of your choice. Of course, with a deck of your choice, you can get a free reading every month. For $3 a month, you basically get a free decent reading every month. Private video reading, nothing to do with you don't have to do it live, you can do it private. For $3 a month, you get a free decent reading every month. And you can save up those months if you want to. If you don't want to do a reading every month, but you want to do it every 2 months, welcome to do that. But you get a decent reading with tarot and oracle every month for $3 a month. That's all it is, $3. And you get downloads. Get loads of downloads. You get some of my digital decks that I've created. You can download them and you can do whatever you like with them from there on. You can get them printed out. You can do whatever you want. And they're free downloads. Whoops, card just flipped. So I'm just waiting for Mary's question. So this is really cool. Thanks, Effie. Really appreciate this. So I want to really I love giving back to the community, which is why I do the free readings. But I'm working, the 3 days a week that I do my lives. But that's not the only thing I do. There's all the YouTube videos, all the teaching videos that I do on YouTube, all the sharing of knowledge, all the development ideas. There's a lot that goes into it, plus all my the Facebook group, if anyone's interested in the Facebook group. Hecate's Crossing, not Crossroads, Hecate, should I say, Hecate's Crossing, Hecate's Crossing on YouTube. Oh, sorry, Facebook. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram with posts. So you can find me all over the place, but there's a lot of work when you've got to put in posts and teaching videos, and a lot of work goes into it. I can spend a day or two, and I'm talking 6 or 7 hours, getting everything all done, getting everything all sorted. So there's a lot of effort that I do to put into the videos for you guys. So it's really, really great when you guys comment, support, write reviews on my pages, on my blog. Go check out my blog. Go and have a look at all the teaching information on my blog. Everything is really, really, there's a lot of work going into creating blogs and vlogs and all sorts of things, so you can share. Yeah, there's so much more, and you can see there's a lot of effort goes in, and that's why you appreciate everybody that does videos, the channels, the even when they're not tarot related. Even like I've been watching a lot of van lifers and watching the incredible tiny homes and the shiny homes, the homestead ones, the ones that are doing off-grid. They spend hours doing videos. Oh my god, there is so much more with editing and spending time videoing. They spend hours and so much work involved with doing a channel. Yeah, there certainly is, Effie. There's a lot of work involved, and that's what I love. So we're just waiting for Mary's question, so I'm not sure. Oh, definitely a like, a comment goes a huge way, and a share definitely does. And that's why I quite like, every now and then I'm going to do non-tarot related YouTube channels that I watch. I do a little bit of, I've done a few of them. I've done like I did 3 weeks of them at one stage, and I want to do 3 weeks again coming up, where I just go through and just do 15, basically each video is like 5 YouTube non-tarot related YouTube channels that I love watching. So there's so many great tarot related channels too. You watch tarot and knitting videos. Oh, that's interesting. I've been watching so many van life videos and or RVs, you know, that sort of thing. And then there's those that do homesteads. I love looking at off-grid homesteads. And I think with me living in a caravan, as I am, for those that don't know, I live in a tiny caravan space. So yeah, I'm just waiting for Mary's question. I don't know quite what's happened there. I was waiting for Mary's question. I don't know what happened. I know things can be a little bit slow between StreamYard and or the comments, should I say. Comments, YouTube comments can be a bit slow coming up. So that's okay. I just love to talk. So yeah, I don't know quite what's going on here. It's a little quieter today, but that's cool. That's okay. That's some days are like that. I know my time difference can be a little bit harsh for those that are in the UK as well, because at the moment for them it's like, you know, it's after, I don't know whether it's 11:30, midnight, somewhere around there, after 12:30. And I know in the States it's now getting close to, you know, can be any time here, 6:30 to whenever. Yeah, I sort of live a semi-off-grid. I mean, I still have power. I do still have power. I do have solar as well, but the days are not that great for solar at the moment. Oh, thanks, Effie. But there are some jobs that I sort of procrastinate doing, which I had to do this morning, of course, which I hate doing. But of course, when you've got the bathroom one, that's the job that I hate doing, but it has to be done. And I can't wait to get my awning and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, getting there. But yeah, it is lovely. It's a lovely space to be in. It is nice. There's lots of jobs that do need to be done, but they're easy to do because it's such a tiny space to do it. So yeah, Effie, did you have anything you wanted to question? Did you have a question that you wanted answered or anything? I don't know what happened to Mary. I know Tarot Oracle may be on, so maybe some of you have gone over there. Oh, you're 4:30 where you are. Oh, okay. I know in Texas they're 6:30. So where are you, Effie? Oh, so many different time zones. It's so confusing. You guys have so many time zones. It's crazy. East and West Coast, or North and South, should I say? East and West, North and South. Time zones are crazy, crazy. 4:30 you are. Okay. Effie, did you see Tarot Oracle's Tio's short with his new desk? Oh my god, it looks so cool. I don't have space for that, of course, but did look pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know where Mary is. So it looks like unless there's any other questions or anything. So maybe it's last. How best to move forward in your tarot practice. Ooh, oh, you're West Canada. Oh, okay. You're West Canada. Oh, I'm watching Van Cat Lady, Emmy with Chrome with Van City Life. And oh my god, they're so cool. Van City Van Life. I love watching Emmy, the Van Cat Lady. She's cool. Right, how to best forward in your mood practice. So how it looks good. Oh, I'd love to see a photo of your tarot space, Effie. Cleaning and organizing your tarot. So how to best move forward in your tarot practice. Okay, Effie, let's have a look. Now, the first card we have here is Six of Wands, which tells us that you're going to be successful. You're going to achieve, there might be some challenges, but you're going to be okay. There's going to be some challenges trying to organize your tarot space, and but also some develop within your tarot practice as well. There could be some challenges, but you will have success. Okay, so believe in yourself is sense of thing, and make sure that you complete any jobs that need to be doing. Any ideas you have, make sure you complete them. Okay, so making sure that you complete your cleaning and organizing your tarot space. When you complete that, it's going to help with your tarot practice. It's going to help you move forward with your tarot practice. It's going to give you new opportunities as well. Here, it does give you a sense of hope. Okay, emotional needs. It does feel like a sense of balancing out your mind, body, and spirit in a way. And making sure your emotional needs are taken care of, Effie. Make sure your emotional needs are taken care of. Okay, so that's going to allow you to help you move forward, is making sure that you complete any tasks that you have. Okay, there's lots of things you're doing. Wow. So it's all about being in control, being the leader. It's also providing I get a sense of providing your knowledge to others, providing the knowledge that you've gained for others. Okay, that's very important. I just got that sense of providing the knowledge that you've gained. Whoa, this just jumped out here. Know your own potential. I do feel like you're going to have good luck, that things are going to move in the right direction. I feel like you're doing all the right stuff. Okay, but make sure you've got boundaries in place. Okay, I get a sense about making sure you've got boundaries in place. I know I'm giving you a few extra cards. That's because you're a mod. Don't worry about that. Okay, so making sure you got boundaries in place. Okay, super important. So making sure that you have stability. I feel like there's a sense of stability. Look at what you're actually holding on to in regards to your knowledge, but making sure that you've got stability of foundations being built with your tarot practice. So it's a daily practice. What are you doing every day, even if it's just putting a deck aside? Like for me, I have the Sacred Path cards, and I will just choose a card. Oops. And I just keep it like this. It's not just about, but it's also just pulling a card. For me, is I will just put this back in because that was yesterday's card, so I can pull this back in. So what am I thinking about today? And I'm just going to pull one card, and for me it's about decisions needing to be made. That's my card today, which is most probably relevant to you too. So it's also just making sure that you pull a card a day, whether it's tarot or oracle, doesn't really matter, but it's just about making sure. Hi Toya. Yep, I can do you a reading. It's all good. I can do a reading. So Effie, I'm just going to do, oops, I'm just going to pull out this 1 minute. Gedrasel. Okay, Effie. What card am I focusing on for you? Okay, Elfrin. Feminine intellect. Elfrin, sorry, with your feminine intellect. So let's have a look at this card. Okay, so let me see where you're at. Oh, what number was it? Didn't say. Elfrin. Okay, so World of Light Elves, I think it is. Oh, World of Light Elves. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Right, so Effie, this is for you. Sorry, I should have said that. Okay, so Elfram is a queen in Alfheim. Her name means the rune of the elves, the symbol of the light elves according to folklore. She is said to live in an area on the border of Norway and Sweden in summers, but resides in Askador in the winter. For the winters. So she travels between Midgardur and Asgard, and indicating that she is a goddess close to the heart of the common man. She is said to know all runes and be a master of runic language and magical staffs. In the spread, she indicates the ability or the need to look closely and calmly at the situation at hand and to read between the lines, to observe if everything is as it seems or if there is a feeling that something is missing. Elfrin brings the ability to piece information together to create a greater picture. It is helpful to call upon Elfrun, A-L-F-R-U-N, when a mixture of rational thinking, intuition, and an open mind is needed in a given situation. Having the knowledge of the runic alphabet makes Alfred a formidable ally in the given situation. And Alfred never works against the seeker, no matter her placement, even if she's placed in hell or Muspelheim. She shines a light of wisdom and intuition on the place. So calling on Alfrun, A-L-F-R-U-N. Ooh. Yes. Thank you for the donation. That's greatly appreciated. Right, Effie, hope that helped. Oh. Okay, I'm going to do some donation readings. Right. You're looking at your runes today? Oh, awesome. Okay. Let's get back to the reading now. Somebody just donated. Okay, so let's do the donations. Let's have a look. What have I got? So, hi, welcome everybody. Okay, looks like I'm going to be on for a little bit longer. I'm not going to end just soon. So let's get back into it. I thought I was going to have a quiet day, but no, it's okay. Everybody's here. So let's have a look who's on. S is VIP. Hoya, me, and Coco. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's cool. So, oh, shoot, I didn't do the PayPal list. Okay. So, we've got S. And you did a, sorry, S, you did a, oh, a $10 reading. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let me just get into my PayPal so I can. Okay, that didn't show up. Okay, obviously not through okay, brilliant. Right, thank you. So now let's have a look. What are we going to do for you today? Because we really want to do something in depth here. So let's do any new friendships or romance connections coming towards me in the next month or so. Right, let's do. Okay, I am going to do something here. Just looking for the oracle deck. Oh, here it is. I'm going to do something quite special here. Now, right, let's have a look. Any friendships or romances? Let's have a look. Any friendship or romance coming for S in the next month? And thank you very much for the donation. It is muchly appreciated. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, the first thing we're looking at here is making sure you have clarity, that you've cut away any sense of confusion, you're focused on what's important to you in regards to your friendships and romances in your life, that you're very clear about what you want out of those aspects, the type of people that you want to connect with, the type of people that you want to be involved with, remembering that. So the next card here we have is the Six of Pentacles. So it's about how you give of yourself. How much do you really give of yourself unconditionally to these situations? Being very aware of how much you're giving of yourself in regards to any friendships or romances that you want in your life. So that's the first thing, is to make sure that you have clarity about where you know, who do you want in your life. You've got that, you're bringing away any confusion, that you're very clear about the type of people that you want in your life. And you do that by making sure you look at how much of you're giving of yourself as well in those situations, because you may give yourself in different ways. Okay, so that could be a really important aspect of that. Next one we have is the Knight of Bones. The Knight of Bones is about your motivation, your drive, your commitment to this, to moving forward on this situation. So being able to look at your own commitment to that situation is going to be super important as well. So what is your drive and your motivation, your sense of passion in this situation with your friends or with your romance? Because they're going to be completely different. They are going to be completely different here. Now, the next card you look at is a Seven of Cups, or Seven of Goblets, Seven of Chalices, whatever deck you're using. It can be very much about, you've got a lot of choices. Okay, you've got a lot of choices, you've got a lot of options available to you. So what do you choose? Is really important here, because you may have a lot of people that are coming into your life. I do feel like you've got a lot of emotional people that could be coming into your life in different levels. So how do you choose that wisely? What choices do you actually make to follow the path? Because not all choices that you're given, not all things that you're offered are going to lead you in a positive journey. Okay, so that's going to be really important for you, is to look at the options or the people that are coming in. I feel like there's a lot of people coming into your life. You've got a lot of people coming in at different levels, and you've got to decide for yourself how you're going to choose that. Okay, who are you going to choose to bring into your life? Okay, the next card here we have the sense of Six of Cups. So there could be some memory, so there's could be some people of the past coming in as well. There could be some connections from the past, some memories of the past that could affect you and how you choose as well. But also they could be some people that are coming in to your life as well. So there could be a shift in your own perspectives. There could be a shift, a movement forward, a travel, a journey in some way that can allow you to bring these friendships. And I do feel like you've got a lot of people coming in, a lot of people coming in different areas of your life. And you've got that sense of really moving forward in this mentally. Okay, with a lot of ideas and perspectives. Okay, so I do feel like there's a shift coming. Definitely movement in the relationship. So it's telling me that you've got a lot of relationships, a lot of ideas of people coming in. And it's interesting here because I got these two cards together, and I'm going to keep them as one card basically. So it tells me that you've got this choices to move forward. You've got this contemplation in how you can move forward in the relationship, in the romance, in the sense of a connection here that's quite romantic. So it's all about moving forward in that, and I do feel that's coming. Tells me that you've got a romance coming, you've got a relationship coming, a connection on some level coming. Okay, so it's definitely, you definitely got a friendship and a romance connection coming forward. Okay, so you've definitely got that coming, which is really important here. Okay, so here we've got the Four of Pentacles. Now, Four of Pentacles to me, or Four of Pentagrams, is all about looking at what you're holding on to. So what's influencing you at this time? What's influencing you in your decisions in regards to friendships or relationships? Okay, the differences, because they're two different things. Okay, so what's influencing you at the moment? What are you holding on to that's influencing your decision? What do you maybe need to let go of in some way that's going to help with you moving forward? So we do have the new relationships, the new possibilities, the new adventures coming. I definitely feel like there's a romance. There is a relationship coming, but what you choose to do with it, of course, is totally up to you. Totally up to you in that regards there. Does talk about a wish being fulfilled. So I definitely feel as though you've got a romance coming, but it's totally up to you what you do with it. You've got to let that light out of the darkness. Totally up to you what you do with it. But I do feel as though you have you've got a lot of options in regards to friendships, and what you do with them is totally up to you. And you do have a possibility of a relationship with some choices needing to be made. Be careful about how you're being influenced as well about this relationship. And definitely feels like there's a new beginning to it. There's a light shining out of the darkness. So a wish fulfilled. Does feel as though there is that relationship coming into play. Okay, so I'm going to do the embroidered graveyard oracle in regards to this. So this is this was a Kickstarter that just arrived, and it came with a cloth and a pin and a beautiful guidebook, which we will read out of because there's a lot to these cards. So there's a lot to them. So we're going to do a card from here, and then I'll do a couple of other cards from another oracle as well, because you do get 3 oracle cards, but 1 in this one, because this is about being vulnerable. Okay, allowing yourself to be vulnerable in this situation could be really important. Allowing yourself to sort of be open to whatever will be, and that can be part of you releasing what you've been holding on to, or what's been influencing you. So let's have a look at what vulnerable means. Now that's card number 19, right? So let's have a look here. Beautiful guidebook here. So let's have a look at card number 19. Talks about being vulnerable, so you can get a really decent look there. The guidebook is gorgeous. Okay, so vulnerable. She grins at you. The small, delicate bones of her intricate fingers work to raise a key to her sternum. She twists the key, opening the lock, and her rib cage creaks open. Smiling with complete confidence and unconditional love, she gives you her heart, trusting fully that you will accept it, and strangely you do. There's no fear in your chest, nothing but love and gratitude that this soul trusts you with her most prized possession. Spirit communing. It's time to trust in them, the ones who are all around you. They listen, guide, and console you. They love and protect you. Trust them fully and let go of any emotions that hold you back. You don't have to understand or know all to trust in guidance. Have faith that all you need will come to you when the time is right. Okay, this is the last card of the earthly actions. We're about to ascend to the next level. Take a big breath, a leap of faith, and let yourself grow. Sometimes we can, in introspection, sometimes we can have all the facts, do 100 practice runs on those big days, rehearse a speech, and yet we still don't trust ourselves. If we are always searching for external guidance, we forget how to guide ourselves. Then we forget to even listen to that guidance. It gets quiet, and soon we forget to trust ourselves at all. This trust needs to come from within. No amount of outward praise from others will quell this. Only trusting unconditionally in yourself can grow this practice. Ask yourself, when was the last time you accepted someone like this? Skelly does. When was the last time you put yourself out there like this? Feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, now, the rest of what to help you is I'm getting a feeling of working with crystals. Oh! So, ooh, very slow with the text tonight. Okay, so let's do the rest of this here. So I do feel you've got friendships coming and you've got romance connections coming, but what you do with it is totally up to you, of course. It's all about letting go of any fear or anything, allowing yourself to just choose wisely the decisions. Look at what you're holding on to. And let's have a look. Cards is all about the knowledge that you've gained from past experiences. Okay, look at the knowledge that you've had from past experiences and having the courage to actually move ahead, which is super important here. And I am going to do a third card here, which is kind of important. It's all about making sure you've got boundaries as well. Okay, make sure you have boundaries, okay? Because not all people that are going to come into your life is going to be good for you. So that's going to be a really important aspect there. Okay, so that's going to be really important to look at. Okay, so there we are, the reading for S. So I hope that helps. Things are a bit slow with the messages and things coming through. Now, Toya. Now, I saw Toya's message here posted. Right. Okay. Okay, I'm actually going to go Santa Muerte for this. So let me just give me a second. Do have to make some space. Oh, comments have come through. You're welcome, S. Thank you. Right, so Toya. Now remember, I'm only doing a 2-card reading, so it's not going to be as complete as the larger readings, of course. So we're not going to get maybe not all the information that you need. We're not going to get a lot of information when we're doing just a 2-card reading, but let me just put this back. I just feel like I need to. Right. Santa Muerte Tarot. Oops, it's the Oracle. Don't want that one. There it is. I don't know why I put the Oracle over there in the tarot box. Right. Okay, so on the free list, I just need everybody's question. So, me, can I just have your question, please? Me and Coco. Just need your questions, please. Because everything's taking quite a while to get through from YouTube. Oh, their questions are slow. Oh. Thanks, mate. Right. I feel like I'm just going to light another incense stick here. Let's do Rose. Sorry, I know it feels like I muck around a little bit, but I just like to, not in any particular hurry. I did my jobs that I needed to do this morning. Well, my main jobs anyway. Just takes a minute to light. Sometimes it gets a bit damp. Right, let's throw in some rose. Yes, Coco, just need you to post your question ready for me because everything takes a little while to come through. So, yeah, just type in your question. That'll be really cool. Just had a question about my baby's father. Right, let's see what we've got here. Okay, 2 cards. Let's have a look. Okay, we've got 3 of Wands. So 3 of Wands asks us to pause and stay still and reflect and contemplate. And we have 5 of Pentacles about giving unconditionally. Does feel okay, so it does feel as though there is this moment of contemplation. There is that sense of things happening. Does feel as though there is a death of some sort. There is that sense of feeling a bit sort of with the 5 of Pentacles. I get that sense of being poor, being poverty, things not being that great about the situation. So it does feel like, yes, there was a death of some sort. It was definitely a loss in some way. It does definitely feel like there was a loss here. There was moments of contemplation, moments of reflection. So it does feel as though there was a loss in some way. Now, it doesn't say whether it's male or female. It doesn't show up very clearly in this. Does not show up at all whether a male or female. It just feels as though there is that sense of a loss of some sort, and there were moments of reflection, contemplation. So it definitely feels as though he has had a loss around him. So it does feel like there was a death of someone. Don't know whether it's male or female, not picking up on any type of energy on that, just that there was a death. There was definitely a loss in the situation. With the 5 of Pentacles, it's telling me very much about a loss, a sense of definitely feels a sense of sadness. It definitely feels like there's a sense of contemplation, a sense of reflection about where to go, what to do next, what's happened. So yeah, definitely feel like there was a loss of some sort. So yeah, but no, it doesn't give me male or female energy in that. It just didn't feel important. Just felt like, yes, there's been a loss. Okay. So how is Sagittarius feeling about you? How does Sagittarius, I'm just going to use the Santa Muerte Tarot again. I don't know. Didn't say. I'm only doing 2 cards, Toya. It doesn't really give me a lot of information. It just gives you that really basic stuff sometimes. Just really just gives me that really simple, that there was a loss. It didn't give me any other information. It just said that there was a loss. We're only doing 2 cards, so it doesn't really give us a lot of information in that respect. Yeah. So how is Sagittarius currently feeling about you? Okay, we've got 7 of Cups. It does feel like that there's options. It does feel like there's a lot of options going on, and we have a sense of heartbreak or hurt, a betrayal maybe in some way. So maybe there feels like there was a lot of options, that you are part of an option, that they have options to the situation, that you're an option. Yeah, basically that you're an option to whatever's going on. So it doesn't feel very loving, put it that way. It doesn't feel very loving. It's a very thought perception idea in regards to a sense of a loss. maybe someone who, you know, they've lost because of options or something like that. It doesn't feel very romantic, or it doesn't feel very like there's a lot, but it does feel like there's a lot of thought in the situation. So whether it's just a perception or an idea of the loss, of the choices that they've had to make, or the options that are available to them. So it just doesn't feel very feels like they're thinking about you, but it doesn't feel very I don't want to say it doesn't feel very romantic. It does feel like they've got options available to them. Maybe they're looking at all their options with you in mind, looking at all the options with you in mind. But yeah, it's funny, I get that there's been a real shift in something here, a shift in their feelings. So yeah, not getting a lot there, but just that's next week's general. Hi, Jaguar Brewer. Yeah, yep, you can be added. Just type in your question, because everything takes ages to get through. If you just type in your question, you're next. Next week's general. Next week's general. Whew. Okay. So, Coco, it feels like you've got some things that need to be finished, some things that need to be ending, that things that need to be final. Maybe there's sort of like a sense of giving you an opportunity for something new. You have to have the sense of closure in some way. So it does feel like something is closing. And it's interesting because then you get the Ace of Cups. So you've got that new beginning, that new emotional need being taken care of. I feel like there's a new love, a new something coming in, a new emotional something coming in. There's new opportunities arising for you because something is ending. So next week, I feel like something is ending. Something is ending, and so you got that possibility of something new coming into play, something that's going to be new, and it's going to give you that emotion, something that's connected to your emotional needs in some way. So I do feel like there's an opening to new possibilities in that respect, a new thought, a new idea in regards to your emotions as well, your dreams, your possibilities. So Coco, I do feel as though something is coming in. Okay, I do feel like there's something new for you. There's something finishing, but it opens you up to new opportunities. Okay, so you've got some new stuff happening for you, Coco. Right. Jaguar. And then, oh, Lauren, thanks for donating. I'll do you next. Yes, definitely. What message of advice? You're welcome, Coco. Okay, Jaguar, let's have a look. What have you got from Spirit? Okay, 9 of Pentacles. Or does that always get these? Okay, I get a feeling of your gain. You've got something coming to you. Okay, I feel like you've got something coming into you, something arriving. Okay, but you need to be aware that it's not a repeated pattern in some way, Jaguar. I'm just getting the sense of you being careful that you don't get chained into a situation, because you've got something new coming. You've got something arriving, but Spirit's worried that you're going to have the sense of being chained to it's going to give you a repeated pattern. So I think you might need to break free from something. And I'm just getting a third card popping in here, and I don't know why, but I've got a third card for you, Jaguar. And it's interesting because it gives me the 9 of Swords, which is interesting. So it gives me that worry. They're worried about that sense of feeling stressed, feeling like you're being pulled in many directions. I want to say being pulled in many directions. So you might need to ask for some guidance, ask for some help and listen to your intuition that's coming through. Because I do feel like you need to sort of ask for some guidance that's going to come from within you. You're going to have the answers that lie within you. Okay, so I do feel as though you've got the sense of something being offered to you, something's coming, but be careful it doesn't keep you chained to something. It doesn't keep you chained. So make sure that you ask for help, you ask for guidance, because it could be a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of stress, a little bit of worry in the situation as well. So it's like you need to ask for meditation. Okay, or connect to your ancestors. I don't know where that came from. Just got connect to your ancestors. Okay, Jaguar, I think it could be really important for you to connect with your ancestors for help. Ask for guidance from your ancestors, and that's going to help with the stress and the worry and allow you to break free from the chains when you're given something. So I do feel like you have something coming. You've got something arriving in your life, but be careful it doesn't keep you chained to the past. Okay, it doesn't keep you chained and doesn't restrict you. So make sure that you ask for help or guidance from your ancestors. I think the message is coming from your ancestors, and that you have to trust in your own messages that are coming through for yourself from your ancestors. That's super important coming through. Okay, Lauren, I just need your question here. So Lauren's VIP. And then I have Star. Okay, so Lauren, so let's have a look here. Oops. Okay, love reading. Okay, so got you. So I just need Lauren's question and then Star. So I'm just waiting for Lauren to post her question, and then just waiting for Lauren to post her question. I'm just getting a Mary L feeling here. And then Star, yeah, post your question, yeah. It'd be great. Just seeing what I get from so Lauren, how is Jay feeling with you with no contact? Okay. Just pulling it. Oh. Rain Ghost Oracle. Thanks, Star, for your question. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay. Oh, ouch, my elbow. I hate it when my elbow locks. Right, Lauren. Now there's no contact, so let's have a look. Okay, it's now Six of Wands talks about a sense of battles after success, after, you know, with these battles, there's been battles and these conflicts, but now there's success. So I feel like Jay feels that you are successful in what you do. There is a sense of successful, that you're learning lots, you're learning as you develop and you grow within yourself. They do find that you're sort of developing and growing. Yep, it's cool, Lauren. I know everything's a bit slow coming through. So we get the sense of, I feel like Jay sees you as somebody, or feels about you being successful, that you're developing and you're growing in yourself, that you're learning about things. So it definitely feels that way. We get a sense of, I want to say, being led out of, with this one here, I'm getting the sense of being led out of the sadness. Is like you're being led out of the sadness, that you're being led out of the poverty, or being led out of the challenges. Okay, or you're being guided out of the challenges, if you like. I don't know. I'm sorry with the light here. I should have put that. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, it comes through. Skylight. Getting a lot about resurrecting your true self. It's like you're being resurrecting your true self, like you're authentic. I feel that's what Jay feels about you, that you are an authentic person, that maybe that you're awakening within oneself. I see positive energy here. I feel like things are quite positive in the way that they see you. Yeah, they feel like that you're a light. You're a light. That you are, that you've got drive and you've got enthusiasm. I do feel a sense of being very, you've got a lot of drive, a lot of enthusiasm. I'm getting a sense of very much, it's like you know who you are. I feel like that's what it is. It feels like that they feel as though you know who you are in many ways. I feel like that's what Jay is feeling about you. Even though there's no contact, they feel like you know who you are. And that could be quite intimidating for them. That could be quite intimidating because you have that confidence, that sense of knowing who you are, is what I'm getting with this card, with these cards. So let's have a look at the message from the Rain Coast Oracle. Rain Coast Oracle. Okay, the message is, real beauty is not reflected in mirrors. So it's like he sees below the surface. It's like he sees the beauty of you below your surface. But I think he finds that intimidating in some way. I think that might be why you've had no contact, is that he may feel a little intimidated by your confidence, by you knowing who you are. It's like he sees below the surface of you, and that's sort of intimidating in some way. That can be a little bit scary when you can see. Well, it doesn't tell me that he wants to reconcile. It just tells me how he feels about you. I feel like he's intimidated by you. Doesn't mean that he wants to reconcile. I'm not seeing a reconciliation here. With the cards, I'm not seeing a reconciliation. I'm seeing how he feels about you. That he sees you as someone who, you know, he might be feeling a little intimidated, and it doesn't mean that he's going to reconcile with you. No. I'm not getting a reconciliation with these cards here. I'm getting a sense of him being a little bit, he knows, you know who you are and maybe what you want, and that could be intimidating for him. And so I'm not seeing a reconciliation at this stage. Things could change. Things could change, of course, but at this stage, I'm not seeing a reconciliation at this time. He's just seeing you for who you are, what you're about, what he thinks of you, what he perceives of you as you. It does not necessarily mean that he wants to reconcile or that there is going to be a reconciliation. I think, you know, that could come later, but I'm not seeing it right now. I'm not seeing a reconciliation at this time. It's about how he sees you. You've got to remember, when you do your question, that's what I'm going to focus on with your reading in some ways. Doesn't really feel as though there is going to be a reconciliation. I don't feel that at this time, Lauren. I mean, just because someone sees you in a certain way doesn't mean that it's good for you to be together, or that it's possible for just because a reconciliation is possible doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you either. It's just some things to think about. That's how he sees you, and that's why he may be feeling a little intimidated by it. But I don't see a reconciliation at this time. Okay. Where's my Spanish tarot? Okay, star. Oh, I'm going to go ending soon, because I really am going to be ending soon. Okay, it's just about being 2 hours, so I'm just going to end soon. Okay, how does Daniel feel about me? How does Daniel feel about Antonella? Oops. Okay, Spanish tarot. So the first card we have here is the 9 of Discs. So it does feel like there is a sense of preparing for something new. So I'm just getting a sense of entertainment, a little bit of luxury, a little bit of pampered. Can also be a sense of materialistic gain. Okay, so maybe a little bit of materialistic in some way. It could be, so we get this expansion, this growth, even this birth in regards to finances. So could feel like maybe you're a little bit, now remember, this is their perception, okay? So maybe they see you as a little bit materialistic in some way. Maybe you're money orientated, or you know, maybe that's how their perception of you. Doesn't mean you definitely are or are not, you know, or you definitely are or anything like that. It's just how they perceive you as being maybe a little bit materialistic, maybe feeling like you are dealing with, you know, your finance, you're worried about money. You know, money could be an issue for you in their respect. I mean, it's not necessarily true, but that's their perspective of you. So maybe that's what they feel. They feel that you might be money orientated. Doesn't necessarily mean true, but that's what I'm sort of getting. So here we've got, will I get the business grant here? Will you get a business grant? Whew, time is moving on. I got like 5 minutes. And I'm going to be missing out on Teo's chat today, but that's okay. Will I get the business grant? Will Pisces get the business grant? Okay, we've got 5 of Wands here, and we get the sense of conflicts and struggles going on. Okay, so we definitely feel like there's some conflicts happening. There are some struggles, there are some challenges in regards to getting the business grant. Okay, there are some challenges and things like that. So here it says the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords tells me it's about things not always happening as the way you expect them to, that something may not be, there might be some disappointment. So you may not get the business grant at this time, but it might be to do with paperwork or thoughts or perceptions. So maybe there's a possibility of making sure that you've got all your paperwork in order. So maybe you won't get the business grant at this time because maybe not everything is in order as it should be. Something could be holding you up. There could be something that needs to be done to be corrected. So you might need to go back and just have a re-look at your paperwork, re-look at everything that needs to be done to make sure that you've got everything prepared, and then things could change. But at this stage, with everything as it is, you may not get the business grant that you expect, and it may be a disappointment. It may be a sense of, you know, not everything being as you want it to be. There could be some conflicts, some challenges to the situation. So you might need to go back and have a re-look at everything, revisit everything that needs to be done, and then that can be changed. Okay, so that could be really, really important for you. Okay, so at this stage, no, you won't get the business grant, but that might be because you haven't done everything that you need to do to in regards to it. There might be something missing. There might be something that you haven't done to get it complete. So yeah, so something to think about anyway. So I'm just about done. Don't know if there's any last questions for the next 3 minutes. So I really am on my last reading here. So Lola, I didn't get a question from you yet. And then that's it. So yeah, I'm not sure who's coming through or what, but yeah. So this is really the last reading. If someone just wants to pop in the last thing. Don't forget, if you are a Ko-Fi supporter, you get exclusive content. So I'm not quite sure if there's any more readings or anything like that. Don't forget that if you are a Ko-Fi supporter, you will get exclusive content. If you donate through Ko-Fi, you will get free readings. You will get free posts. There are so if you are a supporter or a member of Ko-Fi, you will get some free downloads. You will get some great content as well. You will get previews to YouTube videos. You'll get some videos that are exclusive. So yeah, I think that's I thought I was going to do one more reading, but I haven't had a question. Lola, if I haven't received a message, but if you do want a reading, please make sure that you put the link, you put a question down below in the comments, and I will do the reading for you. Okay, so that's it for me. I'm going to say cheerio, and thanks for being with Hekate's Crossing.